In this video, I'm going to show you how to create your pledge video. So now you need to create a new project, and we're going to name this Pledge. And so I don't need to add any of the media that I already have because this is going to be a new project that's going to be different from my intro and outro videos. So now I can create my video. And so I need a recording of my voice saying the pledge, and your teacher will help you do that, and so we'll record that while we're in class. That way we don't have any background noise and it's a really crisp sound. When you're making your intro video, you need to make sure that, when you're making your pledge video, you need to make sure that you do not have any music. The pledge is going to be a very serious thing. We can have music in other videos, and we will use music in other videos, so there's no need to add music to the pledge. So the very first thing that I need to do is I need to add the text that says, "Please rise for the pledge." And so I'm going to pick something very basic. And so I'm just going to select some text, and I'm going to add the words, "Please rise for the pledge." And you don't have to capitalize pledge. You can, it's up to you, and I'm just going to make it bold so it's easier to read. And so I click done. And so when I watch this, it should have "Please rise for the pledge" on the screen for at least 5 seconds without moving. And so I need that to be a little bit longer. And so I'm going to zoom in and see just how long it is. So it comes in at 1 second, it starts, and then it's on the screen. And I'm just going to make it just a tad bit longer. And so now I'm ready to make my words for the pledge. And so I can do that in WeVideo. And if I'm going to do that in WeVideo, I need to make sure that I have something that is Creative Commons. And so what I can do is I can go search for a flag picture. So we'll do Creative Commons. And we're going to search the CC, so the Creative Commons, and I'm going to select Google Images. And then I'm going to type American flag. And so all of these are Creative Commons. I just need to give rights to the individuals that are allowing me to use this. And so it's my choice right now what Creative Commons picture I'm going to use. And so I like a full page of the flag, so I'm going to select this one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to view the image because I want it to be as big as my screen, and so the biggest picture that I can get is the one I want to get. And so I can right click, and I'm going to save image as, and I'm going to put this in my H drive and put it in my multimedia tech folder. And now I'm going to go back to WeVideo, and I'm going to go to my media, and I'm going to upload my picture from my multimedia tech folder. There's my American flag. And so it's loading my picture, and so I'm going to start my American flag picture after my words. And so because my words fade out, this is what it looks like so far. And if you wanted to put a transition in here, you could do that. So you could grab yourself a transition, and you could just put it at the beginning of the flag and then close the gaps here. And so this is what it looks like. Okay, so my flag comes in. My flag's probably going to need to be longer than that, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. Right now I need the words. And so the easiest way for you to do this is to create the words in WeVideo. But I don't want any of these fancy words because they have like weird backgrounds and things like that. I want a static tile, and I just need the one that says text. And so I'm going to bring that right above the words here, but I can see my problem already is that I have these words that are blending in with my background. And so I can add a highlight to those words, but first I need to get the words to the flag. And so if I don't know them, I can go to the team drive in my Google Drive, and I can look at my multimedia tech broadcasting, and I've been given the pledge words. So if I double click to open that, all I need to do is select this and copy it, Control C, come back here and edit my text and paste. And so now I have the words to the pledge, and it is too big, so I need to make it smaller so that it fits on my screen. And so some parts I can see real easily, other parts I cannot. And so I'm going to select all of it. I'm going to make it centered. And then I'm going to change the background of my words to black, or I could do an inverted. I could make this white, and I could make my text black. Oh, wrong thing. I'm going to make that transparent. Oh, and so I want to make my text black. Okay, and so you could do one or the other, whatever you choose looks better. You could also bold the words so they're a little bit thicker. You could change the font to make it look a little bit nicer, depending on what you like. You can see that my words don't quite all fit. So when I change my font, so I need to make my size a little bit smaller. But the words need to take up most of the screen because they are the thing that we are reading and looking at. So I'm going to click done. And so I need to make my American flag last the entire time of my words. Now, I do not have my recording yet, not in my wee video, but it's already been recorded and it's already been shared with me. So all I have to do is go back to my Google Drive and I click on shared with me because my teacher shared it with me. And so here it is. I can see that it's called Pledge. If you don't see it, you can search for it, or you can change the shared by so that you can find it. And we're just going to download it. So I'm going to right click and I'm going to click download. And so it's going to be in my downloads. I'm using Mozilla, so if you have Firefox, Mozilla, then that's what it's going to look like. If you're using Google Chrome, then you know that it will just show up right down here in the bottom of your screen. So I'm going to save to my folder, okay? And so then I'm going to go back to WeVideo, and I need to upload that media. So I'm going to upload it, and I'm going to select it, and there's my pledge. And so it is going to add my pledge to my project folder. And so I'm going to bring it down to the bottom here. And I want my pledge to start just a couple of seconds after the words come in. And so far this is what I have.
I pledge allegiance to the flag.
And so I'm actually going to move that back just a little bit farther. And you can hear some breathing in here. If I wanted to cut that out, I could do that. I could come up here and I could split my words. And so I'm going to delete this one. And so I just want it to start speaking after the words come up, and so this is again what it looks like.
I pledge allegiance to the...
Okay, so that gives them plenty of time to start speaking with me, and then I need to make sure that my picture and my words match. Okay, and the reason I didn't make my words, the actual written words, last as long as the picture is because I just want them to fade out when I'm done speaking. And so what I can do is I can grab a transition and I'm just going to have it fade out to black. Actually, if I'm going to use the dip to black, that actually really works for me. And I can make the American flag fade out as well. And so right now you can see my words are still going, so I need to stretch this. And I need to stretch my flag. I'm going to make my flag just a little bit longer. And so we'll see what this looks like.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And that is all that your video needs to be. And so I can click finish and make sure that this is pledged in my last name. And I'm definitely to make sure that I add it to my Google Drive. And then I click finish. And so while it's finishing, I'm going to go back to my Google Drive and I'm going to add my videos and make sure that they're all in the right place. So I go to WeVideo, and so how I turn in my outro is I'm going to pick it up, I'm going to take it over to my Team Drive, go to Multimedia Tech for broadcasting. This is an outro, so I'm going to place it in outros. And so as long as it lets me put it in the outros, I'm good to go. If you accidentally do the used outros, it may not let you put it in there. But now I've turned in my outro and I'm just waiting for my pledge to be finished. And now it's finished, so I can pick up my pledge and I can take it into pledge, drop it in there. It says you cannot undo this action, so that's okay. I'll put it in there, and I'm okay with that because I will still have it in my Wii video, and so I still have access to it. And then you're done.